can also create a little tendon through there. Okay, so we want to see like you see if I feel right in here, this muscle in here is your pectoralis minor. Okay, so that pulls your shoulder this way. It's not the major, it's not the big one, it's the small one, the minor, that will pull your shoulder up, and it will usually be tight and short on people, and be very tender. Because why? Why is that muscle so short and tight on people? Because they're using this muscle to do what? To breathe from. This muscle will help pull the rib cage up, exactly. And it will also, to stabilize the shoulder, it will pull the shoulder blade down. Okay? So this will often be a problem. It's a little more problematic on this side than it is on that side. Okay? So look at that. But then also let's look at range of motion of the shoulders. So I'm going to bring her arm, so her arm is straight out here, and elbows bent to 90 degrees. Okay? And then we're going to just rotate down, just like that. I hold her shoulder gently here. Otherwise what happens is she'll keep going there. See that? So I hold her shoulder gently here. How much pressure am I using? Not much pressure. And then just check rotation there. Okay? Keep this here, otherwise she'll rotate like that. Yep. Okay? Now compare it to the other side. So arm goes straight out. This stays down. And then just compare it. You see the difference? There. There. Compare it to there. Big difference. Okay? So much more limited on this side. Okay? And sometimes, let me see here, and her rib cage is a little more tender and ticklish on this right side than the left side. Okay? So a lot of times ticklish and tender are the same thing. If somebody's hyper ticklish, they jump off the table, that's also the same thing as being tender. It's just a different neurological response. Nerves are just very excited. Okay? We're also going to check hip range of motion. So grab the ankles gently, and then rotate one in. And just feel, you want to feel the hip rotating in the socket, just like that. You turn it in, and then also turn it out. Okay? So turn it in, and then relax. And then the other side. Turn it in. Which side looks more stiff? This one here, or this one here?
Right.
Yeah, the right side. Right side looks stiffer than the left side. This one a little bit easier than that one. Okay? Then we'll check it turning it out as well. So check it turning it out. So that's that one. Then we'll check this one turning out. Easier going this way. So more limited internal rotation, and this one's more limited in external rotation. Okay, so just a little difference side to side. Okay, so let's check shoulders and also check hips. Okay, good. Oh, one more thing. Let's check one more thing. Just feel the hips, like right there, a little tender. And then over on this side, same thing, not as bad. So this one's a little bit more tender and taut, like a little more trigger points, tight muscles on this left side compared to the right side. Because we'll check that again at the end of the day as well. Because what do trigger points, what do tight muscles indicate? What information does that give you? You have tight muscles, ropey muscles, trigger points. It tells you what about the muscle?
Tight muscles.
Tight muscles. Why? Fascia is really tight, yes. Why? Because the muscles are overworked. They're working too hard. They're trying to do too much activity. They have too much activity. And what we saw when she stood on her left leg, what did we see when she stood on her left leg? Those muscles were working real hard to hold her up in single leg stance. Muscles that are tight and have trigger points and are real tender are usually those muscles that are working too hard. So we can release them, but we want to find out, why are those muscles working so hard? That should always be our question. What is making those muscles work so hard? It could be balance, could be muscle weaknesses, could be breathing, as we'll see in a minute here. Could be a lot of things. Just keep that question in the back of your mind.
for case assessment for the hip, can we assume that pelvis is kind of like rotated?
Could be kind of rotated like that. So you watch it. So you stand and you can look at her standing up, and maybe you may see this rotation like that exactly, and that's where you're getting some of this difference from. Perfect. Yep. Cool. So let's check out shoulders and hips.